So hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So today we are starting our new series where I will be helping you guys who are aspiring to migrate to an English speaking country either to work or to study to crack this English language test, the IELTS. So we are starting from the very beginning, the basic, what an IELTS exam look like and how you can start your preparation. Even if you haven't done much of a preparation, this series of videos will definitely help you and you will be more IELTS ready. Okay. So without much ado, let's just start it. All right. So to begin with, there are two types of IELTS examination. One is IELTS academic and one is IELTS general training. If you are moving to an English speaking country either to work or to study, then you have to take IELTS academic. IELTS general training is for the people who are some of the work visas also need IELTS general training only, especially for the people who are migrating on a spouse visa to go to an English speaking country to join your family. Then you have to take IELTS general training. So I can say like IELTS general training is little bit easier when compared to IELTS academic. You must also have heard of IELTS UKVI, which is not a different type of IELTS examination. The difference here is like IELTS UK visas and immigration, which is IELTS UKVI. So there the exam is basically video recorded to make sure that the right candidate is taking the exam. So that is the only difference. IELTS UKVI is video recorded. Other than that, the exam pattern and how the exam is being conducted, everything is the same. Okay. So the cost of IELTS exam is around like 15K. So it's not that cheap. So I recommend you guys first you prepare, then you book your IELTS exam. Okay, first you have to make sure that your level of, you have to be confident. Okay, I am prepared enough to take the exam, then only go and take the exam, because it's not such a less amount of money or something like that, or throwaway amount of money or something like that. So there are two companies which provide IELTS exam, as British Council as well as IDP. Okay, there is not much difference between the two. So you are fine with any of these two exams. You can take any of these two exams. Okay. So you have this paper-based exam as well as a computer-based exam. And to choose between the two, one has to consider his level of typing speed, how proficient you are in that. If you're good in typing, then you can go for the IELTS computer-based. If you're not, then simply go for the IELTS paper-based. One more thing is like, most of the exam centers are just offering the paper-based exam. There is less centers which offer computer-based exams. So if you ask me, I'll always go for IELTS paper-based because my typing speed is not that good. Now comes to exam format. So the IELTS exam basically have 4 sessions. It is reading, listening, writing and speaking. So in IELTS listening, you will be given like 40 questions and you have 30 minutes to complete that. It is like a recording will go like that and you have to write the correct answer. You can't hear the recording twice. It will just go like that. You have to hear, and whenever the question to your answer come, you keep on writing them down. All right. So then comes the IELTS reading. In IELTS reading also, you have 40 questions, but you get 60 minutes to complete that. So 40 questions in 60 minutes. You will be given 3 long passages in which the questions are being asked. You will get 60 minutes to read and complete the answers. Generally, these passages are more of kind of a scientific kind of nature. Okay. So in IELTS writing, you basically have 2 tasks and 60 minutes to complete that. So these 2 tasks may be to write a report on a diagram, a chart, a table, etc. So you have to write 2 tasks on any of these. So the key here is like you have to write. You are not supposed to repeat the words in each lines. You have to use different kind of connecting words, this, that and all. So we will deal that in detail in the coming videos. Okay. So the last one is IELTS speaking. So IELTS reading, listening and writing are taken together in a particular day, while IELTS speaking is conducted on a different date. Actually, you have to book that session on a different date. It's more of like a one-to-one interview with the examiner, and you will get like 15 minutes or something like that. So it is conducted on a different date. So now the question is like how much time you require to prepare for the IELTS examination. So this so much depends on your English speaking skills. If your English is good, then you probably need lesser time to, fit yourself into that IELTS criteria. Okay. So how to practice for IELTS exam? So I recommend you guys start with the official test series because they are compiled by the same people who will be setting your exam paper. So you will get a taste of the actual exam there. So there are a lot of like free official tests, practice tests, as well as some are there which you can buy also. So please do take an official test at first. And for like IELTS reading and IELTS listening, you can just jot down the scores, correct answers, and then you can calculate the score. So once you do this, you can understand where you stand and where you need to improve. Okay. So this is very important to know your level. Okay. So once you know your level, then you can make the improvement. So many often people devote a lot of time in preparing for like IELTS reading and IELTS listening. But statistically speaking, IELTS speaking and IELTS writing, these people score the least over there. The reason being is like, in like listening and reading, you just need to understand the stuff over there. Meanwhile, over here, there are some specific kind of criteria in which the examiner will assess your answer. So how much soever good your English is, if you're not fitting into that criteria, or if you don't need how to fulfill that criteria, then there is a high chance like even though your English is good, you may be scoring low. Okay. So these two sessions require a lot of your attention as well as active practice to fit in to the IELTS criteria. So now the question is how much time you need to practice. So this so much depends on your level of English. If you're good in English, you probably need lesser time. If you're not that good in English, then you need more time and more practice. Okay. So ideally speaking, I would say like, you should start as early as possible. IELTS is basically, they're not testing how much English you know. They're basically testing how much you fit into that exam criteria. So as I have always said, it is not like, okay, my English is so good, so I don't need to practice or something like that. Even if your English skills are very good, you're not fitting into that IELTS criteria, what the exam expect you to do, then your chances of getting a good score is very big. Okay. So everybody need to prepare, and everyone should aspire to score the best from their level of preparedness. Okay. So scoring the best should be our goal. So in the coming videos, we will be doing the same. We will be doing more videos on the same, how to prepare on these 4 sessions of the IELTS exam. And I'll be coming up with more tips and tricks that will help you guys to be more IELTS ready. All right. So I hope this video has been helpful to you guys. So if that was the case, please do like, share, and subscribe to this channel. That's all for today, guys. Bye.